Right then, I do not believe. I don't know if we are live. Let's go ahead and start recording now. And we are wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So today, as the title suggests, we are exploring the Flight Sim Studios E190. We're gonna actually install it live here on camera. Right now, I need to switch all over to main. Some lovely penguin photos. Thanks to Microsoft stock backgrounds. So I might open up the email and go ahead and access all this. We're installing it by the Aerosoft. Would you like to? One second. Aerosoft. I just need to log in here. Okay. So just not him and I always do the email. That's fine. It's not hard to find my email by the way. Okay. Aerosoft. Let's go ahead and set up Aerosoft 1. No, I want to check my bats or my scenery because last I checked my scenery, it's not right. We have to approve it. Users. Ah, what the fuck? There we go. App data. Under packages. Let's see here. Wait, simulator. Okay, local cache. Packages, community. Yeah, okay, let's see here. We should see EGKK. VFR. 747. We're probably gonna uninstall here soon, actually. EGLL. Detroit. Actually, we're gonna uninstall Detroit as well because we have no reason to go to it. Edwinson. Any builds? Yeah. That's Aerosoft London. Accept. Tour. Okay. Aha. Ejects. Install. Okay. Damn, that's quite big. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now we can go ahead and get that going, and then Gatwick. Gatwick. We can extract all. Extract that, and yeah. So the main thing here is we are going to we're gonna explore this thing at Gatwick. We're gonna also at the same time explore this version of Gatwick. I have the old innate builds version of Gatwick, not the 2024 version, and now we're installing actually a freeware version. And we're gonna find out if it's an upgrade, because I've been told it is. I've been told it absolutely is an upgrade, and I've been told that by a number of people now. We're gonna take a look at it, and we might do a comparison video at some point. But the main thing is with Gatwick is you have that sky bridge, right, and you need some form of default scenery, because otherwise you're not going to be able to taxi under it. And if you're on VATSIM, that's kind of a requirement. You kind of need to be able to taxi under it. So I love how much about the speed there is 275 kilobits per second. Okay. 17. About a minute and 35 seconds. Okay. But yeah. And actually, we're gonna be done with Minecraft here permanently because I've tried to get back into Minecraft a number of times over the course of the past 5 years. So, roughly over the course of the past 5 years, or mainly over the course of the past 2, and I've been unsuccessful in its entirety. So I'm actually gonna be officially done with Minecraft here in a moment. Yeah, I'm trying to look for ways to clear up space because, whoops, we're really, really approaching the limits here. And I don't exactly have the money right now for an SSD, for a 1 or 2 terabyte SSD, which we'd be upgrading to 2 terabyte. And at the same time, I also don't have PCIe slots available, so we might be looking at fresh install Windows here soon. But let's take a look. How much are 2 terabyte SSDs? Where is it? How much are 2 terabyte SSDs? Yeah, they're about what I expected. I thought they'd be closer to 200, but crucial. I think that's what I have right now. With the 512 gig, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that's done now. This done as well. Okay, and then this should be, because we're removing a file here, that should not be that big of an issue. Though apparently it is. Anyway, we're going to get to explore the E-Jet and this version of Gatwick. Gatwick. That's what I would say. Gatwick's actually a really nice airport. It's a really good airport. It's also Europe's busiest single runway airport, and the reason that is technically considered a single runway airport. Stupid fucking diagnostic window. Yeah, no, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It's for part of the throttle I don't use. Okay, that's done now. Let's launch the sim. Let's go and launch the sim. So, and I think Airsoft included, or I think they included 19 the first thing. So that they did that correct. There it is. So this is like a little bit of the throttle. There we go. Yeah, I just have to be careful because I think the glue. Not again. I think the glue there is degraded. Oh yeah, that's definitely good. I'll fix that in due time. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so what makes the E190 what makes the Embraer special is that they're modern aircrafts, right? So you have that. They're modern aircrafts, but at the same time, they're not Airbus, nor are they Boeing. Okay, and why does that matter? Well, that matters because now we have a third player. Right, and I know that Mitsubishi CRJ is technically a player, but not in full. In fact, I think that they shut down that CRJ program back in the late 90s. So you can't click on that. Hang on one second. I'm trying to find out some research on the CRJs. The Brown Radiator. Introduced in 1992. Let's see. Yeah, the CRJ entered Radiator CRJ in 2020. Meanwhile, Embraer, but the E-jets, they are still very, very popular and still very much in use and very much growing. Actually, if we look at the Embraer website. Okay, they're actually they're kind of eating Boeing and Airbus launch short haul ones. So. Anyway, today we're exploring 190, which looks like this. Damn, that is significant range. Damn, that is significant range there. Beijing. Paris. That is significant range. It's not necessarily enough to get from now that's not exactly enough range to go from New York to London, though. That said, though, E195, that's here. Yeah, the E195 is the same range. Yeah, E195 is the same range. What about the E170? Yeah, now that's slightly shorter. It's still the same. E190. Well, the E190 has the biggest range out of all of them. E170, yeah. They still have pretty good range, though. I'm actually kind of impressed with that. But they're mainly known, though, as a city hopper. What do I mean by a city hopper? I mean, go from city to city, right? A lot of these airports. A lot of airports aren't really in cities because they want to be really, really big. Right, and so let's take Baltimore for example. Right, so actually Baltimore is exception. Here's Baltimore. Here's BWI, right? I'll go over here, and here's Baltimore City. JFK is another bit of an exception, but now let's go to like London, though, because London's actually a great example. Let's go to Heathrow. Right. So here's the city of London. It's fine, right? Here's the city of London, though. Here's Heathrow. Here's Heathrow. You see how far of a difference it is, right? Meanwhile, but London, don't get confused, because London actually does have a London City Airport, and it's actually famous. Heathrow is obviously most famous. Of course, that won't stop London from having a London City Airport, and that is somewhere over here, I think. Oh, what's this here? That is not it. Let's see this. Here's Heathrow. I think it's right around here. I think that's not it. What's this? That's not it either. Here it is. See, this is London City. Here's London. So here's London City Airport, right? You see how that's more in the city, but at the same time, let's try to measure something. Threshold for arrows. That's not a massive runway. Okay, that's about a 6,000 foot runway. Actually, it's more like 5,000. Okay. Meanwhile, Heathrow has a 12,000 foot, right? There's no way, on God's green earth, they would ever make this 12,000 foot runway, because over here you have protected areas. You have protected areas over here. And if you were to extend it out, then you begin to mess around with these buildings. Right. However, you have you have really big protective buildings over here. Right. But you also, what that means though, right? So here's the threshold, right? here's the threshold, right? So, but what that means is that planes are going to come in like this. Planes come in. Let's say this here is about 3,000 feet, right? They're going to need all this space here, just stay there, right? And that's something that maybe maybe that's maybe not recommended, like a heavy 777, right? So anyway, it's known as this. The E190 is known as the city hopper. Here's another example. Right. So, Frankfurt. Right. Here's Frankfurt. Okay. Where's the city of Frankfurt? The city of Frankfurt's actually right here. Now they are a bit of an exception in the sense of they're another bit of an exception. I mean, I think they do have an airport that is actually the city of Frankfurt. Probably up here, right? This is a train station, by the way. Maybe not, but what's this? Another train station. Right, but Frankfurt is another good example, right? But you're not gonna put a massive international airport, let's say, in the middle of Frankfurt, right? So we're actually headed to Nuremberg via Degau. Right, so Nuremberg's not a very popular destination. Right? So there's no way on earth that you're going to put a massive 777 route to Nuremberg. Right? There's no way. I'm checking on the sim right now. There's no way that you're gonna put a massive airport at Nuremberg because Nuremberg's there for the Charles Museum, and outside of that, there really is not that much in it. Right. Meanwhile, right, and so, but meanwhile, so there might be people that want to go from Paris, right, or Frankfurt, and don't want to sit on a 4-hour train ride, right? Maybe someone's trying to get from like Baltimore to Frankfurt, right? Or let's say Dulles to Frankfurt, or Dulles to Nuremberg, right? So maybe they're probably not going to want to board. They're probably not going to want to take a train. Right? The train will take 5 hours. This distance, which kind of hurts, but it's the truth, unfortunately. But anyway, people don't want to do that. So, what's the solution? On a not very popular airport, but at the same time, you need to add a route to it. Right. You need to add a route. So on a not very popular airport, but with a somewhat decent airport semi-nearby, what's the solution? Well, the solution is simple. You're gonna put a really small jet on it. A really small jet that you're gonna overprice the tickets by a fair amount. Right. And make it cheaper to go from you're gonna make it about the same cost to go from here to there as here to there, right? Anyway, you're gonna put a really small jet on it. And that is what the E1 and that is what the E-jets are for. Right. Small routes. Right. A place they actually land a lot of E-jets, or I think E-jets. A place that they land a lot of them at. Cincinnati. Actually, Cincinnati used to be a massive airport. Not much anymore. Actually look at this here. Look at how many flights there are now for this massive airport. Anyway. I'm hoping it's not crashing. It's not. Anyway, E-jets will land here and then provide like direct flights from Cincinnati to like Cleveland or Toronto or Atlanta, right? Stuff that makes sense doing a smaller jet, right? Connects you to bigger hubs to connect smaller airports to bigger hubs. Now, what's the difference between an E-Jet and an A320? Well, the answer is the A320 will hold a lot more people. But, at the same time, they have more range. Right, so one of the bigger differences, right? So you can kind of think of like A320s and 737s as like major hub connectors, right? Major local hub connectors, right? And so, let's say you're trying to get let's say you're trying to get from New York to Atlanta, right? You're probably going to be flying on an A321, probably around there. No, not even an A319 actually. All right, but let's say we're to get to Atlanta, right? Or let's say you're trying to hop across the world, right? Say that you're trying to get from London to Guinea, Nepal. Right. Or Papua New Guinea. Right. You might find something going out of Atlanta. Right. But you might not find something going out of Frankfurt. And so what you might do is you might fly on an A320 out of Frankfurt and into Heathrow, and then you might fly on one of the major hub connectors, an A380, out of Heathrow into Atlanta, right? Right, or to JFK, and then JFK to Atlanta on A320. See what I'm saying? Anyway, the sim is up now. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's going to be going down here a bit. Aha! Here they are. Well, let's start off with the. Do you have SS? Do you have like yeah, and they have a lot of threes. TUI, Qantas, Lot, KLM City Hopper, Kenya, Chair, JetBlue, Hop, Finnair. Is there like an actual like? Let's go. Let's try out the British Airways City Flyer, and we'll do this at. We'll try to do this at Gatwick today. Probably go with. Let's try here. Departure. Fly. And if all goes to plan, then tomorrow morning we are going to try. If all goes planned, tomorrow morning we are going to go ahead and try out the E190 on that sim for the first time. Anyway, today's flight is going to be from Gatwick to Manchester. To Manchester. I don't like these ads here. I gotta be honest. Yeah, it looks like I'm not particularly thrilled with the ads. You know, contact us at flightsimstudio.com. Contact at any time. Okay. So you're 30 minutes in. Just now getting into the sim. I'm gonna guess here that we're looking at Boeing controls, but I'm not certain. I don't actually know that much about Embraer planes at all. I think we're looking at probably Boeing controls though. This thing does look good. I mean, this thing looks like a Dreamliner. This thing looks like it mixed with the, or that it's. This thing does look really good. This thing looks like the A321 and the Dreamliner had a baby. That's what it looks like. To be clear, they also have the E195. I'm gonna finalize date now, because I know that this is a beta state. I know that they got the E175 in a. I think they got the E175 in a fully beta state, but. Early access. This version, the Gatwick does not look like it updated at all. Flashed, yeah. If it properly flashed, you'd notice. Looks like maybe it flat. No, it doesn't look like that. Anyway, there might be a way to, let's see here. Anyway, let's take a look here at this upper panel here. Oh, I'm not familiar with these at all. We can go ahead and turn batteries anywhere. Texturing is, it's basic. Texturing, it's better than the Dreamliner. Ground power unit, jetway, forward stair. Yeah. Charts. Good. Again with monograph. Code 455 whiskey kilo Yankee like Yankee. Oh wow. And we have Torret, which means details. No, wait, we have Sinbrief as well. Anyway, yeah, I don't know here. We need some battery power up. Oh, there we go. Shift 3. Shift 4. Shift 2. Control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. We have batteries. Battery 1 on, battery 2 on. Auto. Let's see here. Emergency lights not armed. Like how it gives us that. Let's see here. What are the emergency lights? Emergency lights. I don't see them. You can arm those. You can arm those guys. Okay. There's an auto brake there. Okay, yeah, the texturing could use some work, but at the same time, it also needs some work. Okay. And then AP to start. Automatically switches back to on. Wonderful. Okay. AP generator off bus. And then use we can go and tell it we can use it that. It looks like it's working. It also looks like we need to up the brightness. There we go. Oh, this is interesting. You see how it like becomes kind of unusable at a certain brightness? That's nice. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and tune those guys there. That looks pretty good. Then, is that this or what is that? And then we can go ahead and do the same thing there. I will say though, it would be nice to have these like auto set. Okay. Settings. Is it? It's not there. Okay. It might be in that. Oh, so its radio's right there. Let me go try this out actually. Where is it? And then that's actually nice. That there is nice. And flams. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so we at least got those working. So we can sometimes this thing yeah, so okay, now this here, steep approach, that's something interesting. Yeah, that is actually something really, really interesting, and the reason that is interesting is because this is meant for when you might not have 3-degree climb up. This year is like meant for like maybe like a 5-degree climb up, right? You might not have the 3-degree climb up that you need, right? You may end up going like modules. These are not synced. Connected devices. It should be saying it, to be clear. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this up. Okay, I'm not going to both of them. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a little flight. Manchester, let me go, just put it simply. Manchester to, sleeper 190. Yeah, to. Oh, sorry, it's EGCC. Let's see here. Oh, this is nice that it has those. That's a nice little feature there. Okay. Let's take a look here. Will it automatically import from user brief? Negative. Okay. That is one of those things that I kind of understand, but at the same time, it's not great. Around. Let's see. Upgrader. Oh, let's see this. Reset settings. Reversers on axis. This is very, very laggy here. Profile 1. This here is max. Let's reverse, that's the issue. What's profile 2 look like? Reversers not on axis. Yeah, so it's just straight up reversed. Just out of curiosity, which one are we using? Because it might actually be easier to use Airbus. Let me try Airbus main. Okay. Okay, and now the issue is that it's reversed. Yeah, so the issue now is that it's straight up reversed. Yeah, there should be a way to reverse it. No, okay, let's see here. Minimum, maximum. Reset settings. So, minimum level. Actually, there are ways like reverse this reset. Take a left. Can we like move these? Yeah. My issue is that this is like really laggy right now. So, reversers on axis. Get that? There's 100%. Operator. That's here. Is there like okay, is there, let me see here. General settings. Calibration. Profile 1. Reverser is on axis. Let's take a look here. So let's go ahead and reverse these. Because then in that case I think it'll be so much easier. Okay. Preset manager. Duplicate ERJ. Okay. Let's see here. Insurance. Power management. Throttle. Reverse. Okay, so that there is Toad. Oh, this is interesting. So max is not actually Toga. So in that case, I'm gonna set Toga to I'm gonna set Toga actually to the flex. Okay. So that's gonna be flex, so that's gonna be Toga. That is very this here is very annoying to do this all the time. Okay, so now that's Toga. Max. That's max now. This here needs to be idle. This here needs to be idle. So actually, set max reverse. No, okay, that's max reverse. 0.0, and then idle reverse. It's going to be 0.6. Uh, 0.6. That's 2.6 down. Okay, 2.3 needs to be our idle. Zero dot 6. 1.3. That's fine. Okay. And then that there to 2.3, that's our idle. And this here, I think it is worth noting here that this is very, very much early access here. Then, when it comes to this here, we need to be looking at around 2.3. Perfect, and then for idle, around there. Okay, so we have Toga there, Max there. Got somewhat idle, or power there. And then we have idle there. And then we have minimum reversed, max reversed. Perfect. Let's get out of here before we mess it up. So, max reverse, idle reverse, idle. Okay, we push through that one. Toga.
Throttle.
Okay, let's take a look here. Performance. Actually, do we have an indent page? It's nav data base. Not to date. Do we know how do we update it now data? Aircraft. In general. Route. Active. It didn't sync the time correctly. Aircraft. able to ground charts. In the other aircrafts, we update this automatically. That'll be fine for now. Round. Wait, let me get around. General. Sorry. That's what we flight details. And around to import to sim brief. There we go. Flight plan. Route. Download. No. That'll link. We're not able to get it. There we go. 4 minutes late. Route. Oh, I like how it's a route there. Departure. Oh, I got it. We gotta send this to we're gonna take off G6 tails. Okay. You can see here now that we're exploring this. You can see here we're exploring this E-jet. Here. The texturing could be better. Departure. Let's take runway 26 right. Condition wet. Fly. Let's see here. Anyway, that's done. We might have to do it. Around. GCC. And if we're not able to get this thing set up here, We might have to put in our destination first. Flight ID. Flight ID. What is our flight ID? 190. Okay. Okay, 190. Okay, we got that going for us. Send and departure. Departure runway 26 right via Lamb by the Lamb 1 to the departure. There we go. Saying Lamb 5 or Lamb 1 to the departure. Is it 08 right? Yes, it is. Lamb 1 to the departure. Fly. Then after that, to Lamb. Then via November 5-6. Route. Let's see here. Plan system status. I have no. Well, it should be on that. No, it's not. Flight plan. Oh, performance net. AGCC route. Speech. And then we are going to take November 5-7. Oh, and I'll have to take a look here. Off camera. November 5-7. To Welland. Actually, let's pull up. What is SimBrief saying about this? Okay, what is SimBrief saying? So, because... Okay, it's direct Welland, and then Opka, and then join the T420 Elvis. To the Alamos arrival. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at that, because and direct Welland. Okay, yeah. Then it's going to be direct Welland. Right. So, no waypoint towers. Wellen, and then it is the T420, the Tango 420, not in database. Tell you what, actually. Performance data. Yeah. I know we got that working now. Okay. 1, 2 decimal. Let's go ahead and tune 1 to 2 decimal 8 on and see if that works. It does. Nice. Okay. That is important. Yeah, so the part of this right now is I'm just trying to get this MCU. That's the plan. I actually am not 100% certain right now. I'm actually not 100% certain that we're doing this correctly. At the same time, though, it feels like this should be able to load it in automatically, and it's not. Round chart structure. Yeah, I don't know. Tell you what. They don't actually have just like does how to load flight plan to Flight Sim Studios E190 FMC.
Welcome, Aviator 100. Welcome, Aviator.
Let's take a look here.
In this quick tutorial, we'll guide you through the process of importing your SimBrief flight plane route into the MCDU of your FSSE jets E170 and 175. So let's get started.
Okay, actually they have a guide here. Okay. On send. Yeah, flight details. Get route. Send. Okay. 190. Okay. Then click on that link select button. In here. Open the data link list flight plan. Okay, that's sorry. Let's go ahead and X out of all that. Okay, let's add import from SimBrief. And actually here, I want to clear the MCU out. Route. Actually, that's here. Menu. There we go. Okay. So what it's saying is that should import that. Okay, check. Okay. Go ahead and come into that. Okay, got that done. Performance commit, okay. Sorry, route. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and finish watching that video. Because we're not having any kind of luck here. We've been at this now an hour.
First, open up SimBrief and create the handle. Now, stop. The MCDU will automatically detect. The MCDU will to the correct departure airport. The MCDU will automatically detect the departure airport as your origin and display it on the RTE page. Next, enter your destination airport code.
Okay.
Make sure to also input the flight ID that matches your SimBrief flight. Remember, the flight ID in SimBrief is called the flight number and can be found in the OFP. Note that the flight ID is not the same as your call sign.
Flight ID. Okay, so that's the issue. That's our issue now. Okay. We are at GG. Shut EGKK. KK. We are going to EGCC. And then for us, and then it should be Speedbird 190. Send. And now I should see it. There we go. Flight plan received. apply active. There we go. There we go. So you just have to make sure to put in the full number. That is kind of annoying. I probably wouldn't do that, right? And then our departure, runway 08 by Lam 1 Zulu. Okay, and then then we can probably get some departure tools. Take, what is it saying? Sorry, what is it again? Route. Departure runway 08 right. Condition wet. Okay. Calculate. Okay, and then it doesn't give us. Puts it in there. It doesn't give us our V speeds. Doesn't give us our V speeds at all. Damn, that's brutal. And then take off. Which means now we have to go through SimRiff again. Performance tools. They're actually recommending flaps 2. Flaps 2. Let's see here. Performance. Departure. Runway. Condition wet. Winds are 0 to 0 degree 4 knots. 0 degree 4. Let's see here. I'll make it. Oh, it is. It's not. I'm just recommending 077 degrees on runway heading. Okay, runway condition is wet. Okay. Route. Yeah, I think we could probably try to get. Yeah, I think we could. Well, it's not bad. I think it might just be weather condition, or the weather look bad. I have to swap that out. Or remind me later. Yeah, I think it might be this. Once we get above the clouds, we'll find out for certain. Okay, and then departure, take off, flaps 2. V1 is 141. Sorry, actually, V1 139. 141 is V2. And rotate is also 139. Landing. Okay, and then VFS. Performance. Take off. Performance, go to take off. Flaps 2. That's an issue. Yep, and then take off. Trim. QNH. Oh, that's not right. Care. Aircraft. Is there a way to, well, I wonder. Does that, like, flip everything everywhere? So it kinda needs to be. QNH 1012, but it's not. It's not 10, or sorry, it's not 30. And HPA is it's 1020. Okay, 1020 on the QNH. Oh, it is already set. Okay, perfect. Okay. Then climb. Top climb altitude. I think we're taking. Dashboard. Altitude. Level 240. No, I said 240. There we go. 240 there. Transition altitude is going to be 6,000 feet. Yeah, okay, and then cruise. Okay, descent. We'll do that once we get it up in the air. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and finish our tests here. Yeah, in the real world, they have to test everything. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, I think that those guys don't do a lot. Okay. We should see a test though. Okay. Anyway, I think we are ready for push and start. Ground. Ground, let's see here. I'm gonna need that. No longer need that. Okay. Ground. Okay. And that ground power unit to wing away. And that jetway can go away as well. Okay, there we go. And then we don't need that. So that's just off. Okay. It's just that cargo door, which is now dealt with. Okay. Map. Okay. We are ready for push and start. Can we get APU bleedable on? Sorry. Control line. 8. Alright. Now let's on strobes on. Okay. beacon lights on. Okay, do we have... Okay, can we go ahead and get... passenger oxygen auto. AP bleed on. Okay. Now what are those pesky fuel pumps? Okay. Let's see here. We need... Here's what we need. Fuel pumps on. That begs the question of what are the fuel pumps? Entry on. Okay. What are the fuel pumps in this particular aircraft? Actually, let's take a look at the. Let's take a look at here. You see, okay. Before start, so on. Okay, out and you're set. Passenger signs on. We can go ahead and get the passenger signs on now. Passenger signs, where are they? Fasten seatbelts. Passenger. Okay. It is closed. Fuel DC pump. Okay. Fuel DC pump on. Okay, let's see here. Where's that going to be at? Hydraulic. Hang on. Then what's electric pump need to be at? AC pumps 1 and 2 on. Ah, they are on. Okay, auto. Okay, AC pumps on. Auto. Electric. DC. Here. Okay, let's see here. DC pumps 1 and 2 on. Okay, DC pumps 1 and 2 on. Let's see here. Where are they? The DC pumps. Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay. Now let's. Okay. We are good for push. We're pushing here over here. Okay. Request pushback. We are all good for pushback. In the meantime. Engine startup. Okay. Pumps 1 and 2 on. Okay. Bleed air if you bleed air on. Displays on. Engine 1 and 2 ignition. Ignition auto and engine 1 and engine 2 start. And they're beginning to turn. Beautiful. There's our heading there. Engine. Hydraulic 3 low pressure. Control 8. Okay, let's see here. Hydraulic pump, not on. Okay, and then engine no takeoff data. What? Let's see here. Noise flow. Up flaps 2. Yeah, that's a bit of a bug. Caution, engine takeoff data is definite. Not my slow. That's fine. Okay. Next page. And then what's the assume temp 4.5. Let's see here. Flex 2. Do we have like a flex 2 temp? 4.5. Flex 2 temp. 4 flat degree. And then takeoff temperature 4. Okay. Anyway, now we have that. Okay, now we can go nav lights on. Okay, those are already on. Logo lights on. Nose lights on. Side lights on. What's that? This. Okay, all the taxi lights on. Okay. Now here's a question. Are we moving into our overweight? The answer to that is no. Okay, now we can go ahead and take APU bleed off, and we can actually turn off the APU now. We can turn off the APU now. Where is that? Where's the APU again? APU shut down. Okay. Throw me. Do we have the procedure question? Snap startup. I can have startup taxi. Okay, and then single engine taxi is allowed. Okay. 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 Let's go ahead and begin to move. Say we're a little on the slow side when it comes to taxi. Hey, at least we're moving this thing today. That much help. To you for just tuned in, we are currently exploring the Embraer E190. And where are we again? I think we need to turn here. We are not on the VATSIM network. And I'm already messing with this taxi. Okay, taxiing runway at 08 right, and a little flight out of Gatwick and into Manchester. Okay. And I did not have the Gatwick scenery up to date yet. Then flaps. Dear God. And warn me about the flaps. Is he gonna come up and warn me about the flaps? Like the Airbus and whatever planes do. Yeah, it's right there. So 08 right is going to be this first runway, but we have to go all the way down to the end there. We're going to be slipping. We're going to be skidding all over the place. We're going to take our throttle off. Doing 22 knots on my word. That's insane. And then I'm curious here. Okay, let's see here. Flight directors on. Speed. I don't want to have to fly this thing manually, but flight directors on. Use flight level change during climb. Use flash. Let's see here. Altitude. Left. We are cleared up to flight level 3. Or, sorry, flight level 240. Okay, we do actually have a handy dandy little thing there. Now that's nice. We're gonna use that. And once we're heading out, what is our out of here? Heading out of here needs to be where is it? Our heading out here needs to be where is it? Heading out of here needs. I will say the taxi speed, or this taxi issue is beginning to annoy me. Now we need to get our power really up there in order to taxi up on the ground. Okay. And then our heading. Out of here is going to be there it is. Fly heading, let's see, 080 degrees. Is it away 0 degrees? Zero 8 0. Yeah, we'll end up using this guy here when it comes to our landing. Yeah, this here though is nice though. It really is nice. And now we're like fully centered on the taxiway. Alright. There we go. Now we're like insanely centered on the taxiway. It's incredible that we can actually do this for once. Flap set. Landing lights on. Okay. VNAV is not implemented yet, that's fine. Target speed 270 or 270. Off a little bit. Just verify that this here is we're about to find out. And then in terms of the range. Tower traffic, be advised. Speedbird, Speedbird 190 to be 119. Lining up runway 18 right. Yeah. Oh, it's this second one. Yeah, that makes sense. No, we're just good. Across here. Yeah, very, very dangerous way. Don't worry. We're not on bad side. We might. Depending on how well we do, we might end up using this for the short hauls tomorrow. They can't vote me on that. And then we are also cleared for takeoff. We gotta fix these things here first. I'm willing to bet we're gonna have a bit of a mess in Manchester as well. Okay. We take straight down the threshold. For takeoff. Takeoff power set. notch check.
Rolling.
Rotate.
Positive ring.
Gear up. Perfect. And then we go flaps 1. Now that was helpful. What's here? Oh, not right. Let's see here. Flight directors on. Autopilot. Not thrilled about this. Not thrilled about this descending. At least not until we get out this way. Flight directors. What?
Throttle, 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 throttle.
Auto throttle on, autopilot.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Don't want to descend at all. Where is it? Okay. And speed. Yeah, nowhere. Nowhere first. Flaps on. There we go. Really though. There we go. Autopilot speed. There we go. Now we're flying out of far. Took me a minute to figure that out, and I think it's just because these lights aren't working yet. I don't know. They keep insisting this thing's on early access, and so I'm going to have to leave one up. So I think we can very clearly see. Okay, now. Okay. Flight plan. No direct plan. Route. Progress. This is why we don't do this shit on the bad sub network. Direct. We have it on it. At all. Direct wham. No, it's completely missed it. Okay. Let's see here. Come on now. In that case, direct well. Heading. Is that it? Is that it? Direct to Welland. Okay. Now is it? Now it's doing it. Okay. That should really be L. Now it's doing it. Now it's on its navigation. Direct to Welland. Okay. Ice speed. Ice. And what's your option? There we go. Now it's direct to Welland. And yeah, he's gonna go down. But yeah, you see how on the ground it was kind of giving us issues? With it kind of not being properly useful. This game should track this. Not thrilled about that, but that's fine. Okay. Now that we're out of that mess, is there like standard pressure now? Standard, very good. Okay. Now, and we should be direct to Welland now. And the important thing is that we're up in the air now, and in the meantime though, we can go ahead and take a look. Landing performance. Recommending runway 23 right at Manchester. Wait. Arrival. Runway 23 right. Run into the ILS approach for it. Vectors, elbow on mic, arrival, apply, and yeah. So this we are direct to Welland, then destination. What the hell did it do? Okay, I'm curious. Oh, now, correct. Should I try? It's gone straight through it. It has gone straight through it. Don't know what it means by that. It's there. Correct. Well. Yeah, I really don't know what it means. Now nav. What's it? What the heck? What's the heck again? Oh. Why the fuck are you setting altitude? See here. L nav. Auto. Get down to that. Let's see here. So we'll change mode. So the thing's golem's there. And in fairness, it is. So not exactly the direct path I would go. And then it remains to be seen. And in terms of that, push. Switch. Two, 4, 3. That's interesting. That is very, very, very interesting. And now let's join the environment. Or, now let's join that environment. Okay, Okay. It might be right here. Is that it? No, it's not. We're gonna be Ken Thompson, or Batman Thompson. Trying to figure out how to fix this. We're gonna be, actually we need to be in our descent now. Okay, descend now, altitude. Oh, go 7,000. And go. At, you want to go at like a vertical speed mode. I want, we can go ahead and descend down at like 1,300 feet per minute. In the meantime, I need to figure out how on earth to fix that. No, that's not it. And then speed, I want to maintain. I want to slow down now. Speed. Let's go 230 knots. Actually, you can go 220 knots. Okay, there we go. Now. And then in terms of our minimums, real quickly, for my 2 right, or 2 miles. For 2 miles, final. Okay, let's see here. On the barometer, it's going to be 449. 449 on the barometer. Okay, is there a way to... We're passing Elbos now. So, it's fine. Let me just verify the nav frequency. Sorry, radio. Okay, nav 1. Okay, performance. Landing performance. What is it runway heading? Going flaps 5. Runway heading 232 degrees. Nice. Okay, approach type at 1. We'll go landing with flaps 5. With flaps. Well, what's SimBrief recommending? What is SimBrief recommending? SimBrief recommends flaps full. Great. Alright. Like, brake setting. I'll take a brake setting. Surface wind 180 degrees 4 knots. degrees at 4. Okay, no ice. Landing temperature 13. Okay, then VREF. One, 2, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 4 on sorry, 1, 2, 9. Then the reference here is 1, 2, 4. Okay, then it's not long enough. Okay, and then after this, we rely on correct vectors. Lower. And at what point do we intercept again? What point do we intercept? I don't know, at what altitude? 3,500. 3,500. 3,500. Okay. Landing, then I need to verify the ILS frequency. What is the ILS frequency? Where can I find that? We need, where can I find the ILS frequency? Performance. Landing unit. Flight. Plan. Going down. Oh, we might need some speed brakes though. Okay, yeah, so this will take some getting used to. Yeah, we're definitely not in any way, shape, or form ready to take this one without sim. It's gonna take some getting used to. Progress, and then performance. And where can we put in? Where on earth? Vertical control. Sorry, I'm just looking at this manual here. Control F, I need. Okay, and nav 1 and nav 2 radios are both set to the runways ILS. Okay, altitude down to there. Okay, and then ILS frequency here, so that's going to be in under nav. Sorry, under radios. And then let's see here. 109. One 109.5. Now our vectors are on our own. Okay, now I can go ahead and begin to put the flaps up. Okay, let's do this. Here. It's very, very dreary. Barometer not set.
2500.
Verify on the Ultra 4. and then altimeter. We are not doing this very well at all. Definitely a bit of a long flight before we use this. Where is it? Sim brief. 1016 on the 1016. Field in sight. Cleared for the approach. And where is that?
Autopilot. Autopilot. Throttle. 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 Throttle.
There we go. And then speed. It's getting slower speed by a massive amount. Speed 17. Go flaps. There now. And that's here. We should have an approach button. And that's because we do. Flaps 4 now. It's fine, we'll go ahead and keep that there. I'm concerned. Oh, I went. Perhaps 4 now. You're down. Yeah, they were 10 miles out. We're 10 miles out right now. We're gonna get this thing on the ground. Okay. Let's see here. Auto throttles. On speed. Let's do what I tell it. Let's do what I tell it. We're gonna do this ourselves today. Because apparently this Alice should be working. We have the fuel in sight. Are landing runway 23 right, so 1 to the right. Again, we are off. We are way off. Yeah, so we definitely. Okay, I see the food now. Yeah, so we definitely need to get used to this thing. Part of it is that it is unfinished. We might end up buying the E195, which is finished. It's very, very steep here. We are cleared out of this much.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Okay, now this is going to be a bit of a challenge because you're going to do it. We are flying at 2500 check. This is already fully established or not. Okay. Auto throttle. Slows down. Reduce final cruise speed, please. Please reduce final cruise speed. Happy Saber, pretty bad. That's fine though, I'm not particularly worried. Our land here is now just completed and see. Yes, we definitely need to get used to this thing. We need to stop assembling.
Throttle, 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 throttle.
We need to stop
throttle, 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 throttle,
Stop that.
throttle, 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 throttle.
Okay. There we go. Now we're fully established. Fast call Manchester, Speedberg 1E01. Fast call Manchester, Speedberg 190. Fully established. Allison 3. I'm having to put a lot of pressure on the touchdown. Yeah. Or way too long.
500. 400.
400. This is looking quite nasty. It's looking quite nasty for the first
300.
landing. 100.
200.
Check.
100. 50. 40. 30. Watch approaching minimums. 10. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Oof, that was hard. That was hard and that was nasty. And of course we have the same issues
Auto brake.
we've had here in the past. Alright, well... Yes, so this is a new, like I said earlier, this is a new aircraft that we have to get used to. But at the same time, there is a lot of potential in it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and purchase, in addition to this aircraft, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the E195 from these guys. And because there are a lot of things here that are broken. Actually, most of it's broken right now. Yeah, that was hard. That was a hard land. But yeah, we're gonna actually go ahead and purchase. I'm gonna do this overnight. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase the E175, but tomorrow morning, or actually in the morning, like 7-8 hours, it's gonna be a single short haul. It'll be a single short haul out of. I haven't figured out the route yet, but it'll probably be about a 3-hour short haul, if that's what you count as short haul. Anyway, it's gonna be a single short haul, and we're probably gonna go out of an airport that we've never been to, and we're gonna aim for maybe Heathrow or something, or we might go out of Heathrow and into a different airport. That we've never been to. We might get to southern France. I mean, yes. That'd be a good option. Yeah. But just to show you all how utterly absurd. Actually, that approach we did not bad on. But that vertical shit was insane. Yep. Yeah, I think we'll probably take an A3. Take the 73. I don't know. I'll figure it out overnight. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. We are going to end this here. We need to get better with this plane in general before we go on to that sim network in any way, shape, or form with it. Yeah, that was horrendous. So that was horrendous. Okay. So, alright, anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you